Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done in a very long time. Hang on, scratch that. I haven't done this at all on the channel, and I haven't just given you my opinions on something that I feel quite strongly about. And today I think I'm going to go through some facts about Battlefield 1 that have been released by EA, DICE, whoever, the production teams. And I'm going to give you my opinions on them and how I think they'll play out, and if I think it'll be good or not, because it is a period that interests me a lot. I really loved learning about it. I've been to France. I've been to the graveyards. I've been to all the museums. I'm not going to claim to be an expert because I can't remember a lot of it. It was just interesting. It just interests me. So I'm going to see what I think this game is going to be like, and there's going to be some concept art, some pictures going past as I talk, because you don't really want to stare at my face for a lot of minutes, do you? So what I'm going to be reading from first is a Q&A from, what's he called? He's called Julian Shimek, and he works at DICE. So we're going to have to go through this, pick out some things I find interesting. And the first thing he says is, the weapons of Battlefield 1 are a bit more specialised. To get the most out of them, you have to be aware of their strengths and weaknesses, and use the right one in the right situation. You see, I thought I'd do that anyway, but I suppose that means it's going to be even more specialised, which will be absolutely brilliant. You'll have a huge variety of weapons. I hope they make not a single weapon too OP, because that would be very, very bad for the game. Honestly, it's going to be really interesting how they pull this off, because there's a lot of weapons in Battlefield 1. You wouldn't expect it in this sort of setting, but apparently there are tons and tons. So that will be extremely interesting to find out how they specialise these weapons, how they make them so specific, how different they all are. I think it'll work really well if it'll produce a very varied experience that will be quite long lasting. If the weapons are so varied, it won't be boring like some games can be if there aren't enough weapons. Now what he goes on to say next is about the gadgets, and he says the gadgets may look different, but you'll feel right at home with them. World War I drove innovation, which resulted not only in things like tanks and armour-piercing rounds, but also in the sorts of medical and scouting gadgets that revolutionised the next century of war. See, this is also very interesting, because I feel like they're going to make it so it's not too OP to be in a tank. The tank will be able to be shut down even by normal soldiers, and things like that. They'll have armor-piercing rounds, so nothing will be too OP. So I think this will be great in creating a balanced experience. And plus, if the gadgets are similar, then I hope they don't just reskin them. I hope they don't just reskin medical bags and things like that to make them World War I setting. But I think if they can do this and make the gadgets new and exciting, I think that'll keep players hooked for a long time. It'll certainly keep me hooked for a long time, because C4 is one of the most fun things you can do on Battlefield 4. So hopefully they make some sticky grenade things that are even more fun on this game. Ian then goes on to talk about a few specifics about the weapons, and he first goes on to talk about customizations. There'll be bayonets, changing weapon sights magnification, skins, which they're going to talk about more in the coming months. It will also feel familiar with the snipers, but they'll be slightly changed. They're not exactly the same. And you'll be most effective from a distance, so I'm guessing maybe they do more damage from a distance, something like that. And also they're going to say about melee weapons. Getting up close and personal with your enemies was much more common in World War I. And there's a number of distinct melee weapons, so you won't just got knives this time, which is a bit boring. The different types of knives, they don't affect it that much, but they're all going to have different damage outputs as well, which will be amazing. With people beating the crap out of each other with sticks. That's literally what this game is going to be. But yeah, the weapon specifics sound very, very interesting, and I can't wait to charge into battle and stab someone with a bayonet. As they have already said, this is going to happen. You can charge into people with bayonets. It's a win-win. It's already worth the 40 quid, 50 quid you will pay for it. It has also become apparent from Julian in this Q&A that there will be 6 types of weapon. And the 6 categories will be shotguns, close range, SMGs for short range rapid fire, LMGs for medium range, semi-autos, balanced, sidearms, great in a pinch as it's described here, and sniper rifles, which do exactly what you think. It's going to be pretty similar to Battlefield 4 with the weapons categories. They're all the same, there's no really new ones there, but I think that will provide a balanced experience, because they'll all be better at certain things. There won't be any OP standout weapons, I shouldn't think. I should think shotguns will still be pretty OP, because you're going to get up and close and personal with people in the trenches, aren't you? But yeah, it does look like they've managed to balance it quite well. And as well, it says the weapons will be extremely varied, and they are super effective. And the customization is more focused. So you can use preset loadouts, which is also extremely useful. With presets, bayonet charges, like I've already said, more than one grenade type. There will be gas grenades, incendiary grenades, and yeah, like I think it was it Jack Frags? Yes, I think it was, who said, or Level Cap or somebody like that, who said that grenades there shouldn't be impact grenades because they don't allow you a chance to escape. I agree with that. I think that these grenades that they've said will be far enough, more than we need. So yeah, it's looking good so far. I'm going to switch over to another website now that's got a list of things that will be on the game, supposedly.